Hello, and welcome to Infoaxis video tutorials. This is a session for Mac users that will detail how to navigate Infoaxis Connect for the purpose of remote access. With this service, you have the ability to control your office computer from wherever it is that you may be working. In order to do this, there is one prerequisite. You must remember to leave your office computer on. It can be locked, but it needs to be powered up. Once you can confirm this, open a browser and navigate to connect.infoaxis.com. Click Login in the upper right corner and enter your credentials. If you don't have credentials, you can always make the request at support@infoaxis.com. Once you log in, there'll be a key icon in the upper left corner. This says Access. Click on that. The screen that you're going to see shows you all of the computers that you would have the ability to remote access into. For most of you, there will only be one option. This is your office desk computer. Click that and hit Join. You'll see a pop-up appears. Because I've used this before, it's simply asking me if I will allow the page to open. However, if this was my first time, it would ask me to download the Infoaxis portal client. This is completely safe to do. Please do so. Once you hit Allow, we'll be joining the session. It can take a moment, but once the remote connection is made, an additional window will appear. The additional window is your office computer. These are the two monitors I have at my desk. At the top of the page, inside Infoaxis Connect, you'll see a navigation menu. Today we're going to go over the items under View and Miscellaneous. Before we do that though, I want to show you what the experience would be like inside your office. If your monitors are turned on, the people in your office will see a message saying that a remote user is now connected. This can be great because it does alert them that the computer is in use and should not be disturbed. However, since we are working over a remote connection, there will sometimes be connectivity hiccups. And when these occur, sometimes this message will show up on our monitors and slow our session. So I like to go to Miscellaneous and go to Blank Guest Monitor and unclick this. That's going to make it so that this message doesn't take over these screens. The next thing I want to show you is that my computer is currently locked. We're Windows-based in my office, so typically if I was sitting at my desk, I would hit Control-Alt-Delete. Since I'm not at my desk, I need a way to send that virtually. So under Miscellaneous, there's the option to send Control-Alt-Delete. By pressing that, it unlocks the computer and allows me to enter my credentials. Under View, I'm going to go to Zoom. I'm going to make this large enough that we can see. And I'm going to enter my credentials. Again, this is the credentials for my office desk computer. Once my credentials are entered, you'll see that I have full access to everything I would have on my work computer. Next thing I want to show you, under View, I can select the monitors. Right now, you can see both of my monitors. But let's say I only want to see monitor 1, or I only want to see monitor 2. I have the ability to do that, and it's easy to flip between them. I've also shown you how to zoom. The other thing that's on here is select quality. Where this comes into play is if you find that your session is dragging. Here you will see that our image quality is very high. We have the ability to lower the quality of those images. By lowering the quality in the remote session, it will be more responsive as less information needs to be transferred. This is medium. If I go to low, it's basically black and white. This really only becomes necessary, like I said, if your session is dragging. Hopefully this won't be the case and you can just stay on high, but I did want you to know where it was just in case. The other thing that I want to go over with you right now is under Miscellaneous. It's Send Clipboard Keystrokes. This is essentially the same as paste. So let's say you're working on your laptop or your home computer and there's something in that you want to put into the remote session, be it a difficult password or something like that. So I'm going to go back to my browser and I'm just going to take this sentence. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back into my remote session. I'm going to shrink this down for just a second so that I can open OneNote. Now I'll expand it again. You'll see this is very easy to move around in. So now, if I go to miscellaneous and I go to send clipboard keystrokes, I can paste into my remote session that same sentence that I just took directly off of my laptop. There are many capabilities that we didn't cover today, but this is a quick overview of the most commonly used features and how InfoAxis allows you the ability to work remotely, securely, and with ease. There are two final things before we sign off. First, just as you should always be locking the computer at your desk, don't forget to do it here. So before we end, we always want to go to miscellaneous and hit Send Ctrl-Alt-Delete. I'm going to need to view all my monitors for this, but you'll see that now I have the ability to lock the screen. By doing that, the computer at my office is now secure. The other thing, and this is very important, you always want to make sure you end your remote session. After taking the time and effort to work remotely, the worst thing that can happen is to get back to your office and find out that you can't work because you're still in a remote session. So you always want to make sure to go to the upper left corner and quit the InfoAxis portal client. By doing that, the remote session is now over, and when you get back to your office, your computer is ready for you to work. If you have any further questions, there is a text version of this guide on our website at www.infoaxis.com, or you can always reach out to us. 201-236-3000 is our phone number, or you can email us at support@infoaxis.com. I hope you found this helpful, and happy remote working.